NaNoWriMo worked for a lot of writers because it gave them three things: a community, a deadline, and a number. But to be honest, it also had its disadvantages because the truth is one size does not fit everyone, and a lot of people felt like they were behind already on day 4. How can you create a writing challenge that will work in your everyday life? That is exactly what we're talking about in this video. So today I'm not only going to tell you how to do it, I'm going to give you a system that you can make into your own so it fits into your life. By the end of this video, you will be able to design your own writing challenge with the right goal, the right timeline, a tracking system, rewards, and a backup plan. So you can feel like you're making real progress without the fear of burnout. And if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Natalie. I'm an author and a growth marketer, and I help writers accelerate their writing careers whilst working on my own at the same time. And I have been writing for more than 1,000 days in a row. So let me tell you, if you have a consistent writing routine, it's one of the best investments that you can make for your entire author career. The reason why writing challenges work is because they create a goal, they give you a deadline. You will see the fact that you make progress each and every single day, and it gives you a sense of identity. When you're writing each and every single day, you feel like an author, you feel like a writer, and that in itself can be worth the fact that it is hard sometimes to find the time and place to do it. And when you're doing a challenge together with other people, of course, that in itself can also propel you to get out of a rut. If you're not feeling motivated, you will probably do it anyways because everyone else is doing it. So if they can push through, so can you. And this is what I love about writing challenges. And it also gives you permission to not write perfect from scratch. I think this is one of the most important lessons for me, the fact that I don't need a perfect first draft. The first draft is just a first draft. It doesn't matter if it's good or not. I'm going to rewrite it and polish it so many times that it doesn't matter. And for those of you who don't know what NaNoWriMo was, it was a challenge where you wrote 50,000 words in 30 days.
Which meant that is around 1,157.
Which makes it about 1,667 words a day. And a lot of people from all over the world did this challenge. It was a lot of fun, but then things happened and now NaNoWriMo is no more. And I know that that left a big gap in this big community. So people don't really know where to go or what to do right now. One of the reasons why a lot of writing challenges fails is either because the goal is too big, maybe you don't have a plan for days that things aren't going to go your way, or the timeline is too short, the writer misses one day and gives up. The challenge only tracks word count and you're in the midst of editing right now. There is no recovery plan. The writer is drafting when they should be outlining. There are a million different reasons why these challenges fails, and the truth is that most writing challenges don't just fail because the writer is lazy. They fail because the challenge is built around an imaginary perfect life where everything gets sorted. And well, my experience is that life doesn't work like that. Like you don't perfectly wake up 1 hour earlier without feeling tired or without having to get to bed earlier or stop doing something else. So this is why I've come up with this framework for a writing challenge that will fit into your life. This framework is called the Write Challenge framework. And the reason why is because it has all the letters of write. So the first letter is W. What are you actually trying to do? You should choose a challenge goal, which could be that you're drafting new words, maybe you're outlining a book, revising a manuscript, finishing a short story, or you want to write every weekday. Maybe you want to rebuild your broken writing habit or complete, I don't know, edit 10 chapters. A writing challenge does not mean that you have to write 50,000 words. It could just be that you want to outline your entire novel in 3 weeks or whatever it is you want to do. Set a clear goal before we move on to the next step. And the next step is our right size for your goal. So what is the right size for the goal that you have? Is it to write 10,000 words in 30 days? Is it to revise 3 chapters in 3 weeks? Make sure that you think about what is doable and not and don't have a big imaginary goal that you're not going to complete. It's better to set the bar lower and to exceed expectations each and every single day than to fall flat and feel like it's super hard to actually achieve the goal. Because at the end of the day, you want to feel motivated and inspired to continue. Because after the challenge is done, you want to continue. It takes on average 66 days to start a new habit and build a new routine. This is exactly why I created the 66-day writing challenge, because I know that there are a lot of writers out there who want to write each and every single day, but they don't know what to write. Sometimes when they're in between projects, they have no idea what to write. So that is why I've created this challenge with writing prompts for authors each and every single day. And if you complete the entire challenge, the entire book, you will actually have the foundation. You will have created a world. You will have created characters. You will know if you want to write in first person or third person because you've tried it all. So this is a recommendation if you don't know what to write or don't know what to do. And yes, sometimes the goal can only be to, complete a 5-minute prompt each and every single day because you want to spark your imagination. You want to get going. I am a huge believer in habit formation because habits is what I've built the entire foundation of my writing career on. It's habit stacking. I meditate, I write, and each and every single day I work out, I work, I do all of these things, and it has become a natural way for me to propel my author career forward. The best writing challenge is not the most impressive one. It is the one you will still be doing in 3 weeks. And for the letter I, it is install a tracking system. One of the best ways to know that you're actually moving forward is to track your progress. And there are different ways that you can do this. My personal favorite is I have a habits tracking app where I will just tell the app if I've written that day, if I've meditated that day, if I worked out. I think it has how many steps I've taken each and every single day. All of the goals I have for a day, I will have in the Habits app. And it's a great way for me to go back later and see if I've made progress with the things that are important to me. But apart from that, like one thing that you can do is you can actually create for each and every single new writing project that I have a writing sheet where I will set down how many words I'm going to write, and I will set out deadlines like at this date the first draft should be done, at this date the revision should be done, and it will track my progress, how many words I write each and every single day, how long I've been writing for, and I will also tell it if I'm revising or whatever I'm doing. If you're interested in getting my beat sheet or my sheet for Google Sheet for this, a copy of it, sign up for my Substack newsletter. In the welcome email, you will get the link and you can make a copy for yourself. So as I said, I use it for each and every single project because I think it's such a great way. Also, like whenever I feel like I'm not making enough progress, or if I feel like I'm stuck or whatever, I can go back and see, oh my God, I've written 10,000 words this week. That's a lot more than I thought I did. That in itself will make me feel a lot more motivated. I also, okay, yes, I like apps. Yeah, throwing it out there. But I also have an app that can be, it's like a Pomodoro timer. So it has an built-in timer But whilst I'm on that timer, so if I say that I'm going to write for 1 hour, I will put the timer on 1 hour and it will block all the other apps on my phone. Yes, people can still call me, but that's it. I can't go on social media. I can't go on the internet. I can't do all of these things that will pull me out of my writing. I can't distract myself. This is super important if you're building a new habit, and it also makes it easier for me to make progress in the long run. And for the T, we should think in minimum targets and stretch goals. What does this mean? This means that the minimum target is the smallest version that you should complete to keep the streak alive. Maybe it is writing for 10 minutes or writing at least 100 words a day. Then in the middle, you will have your target. This is the most realistic goal. For example, it could be writing for 45 minutes or writing 750 words. And then you have the stretch goal. This is when you will exceed your goal, like writing for 90 minutes or writing 1,500 words, whatever it is for you. Make sure that your challenge is more resilient. Your minimum goal should not impress you. Your stretch goal should. But they all should still be achievable, because there will be days where you exceed all your expectations, but there will also be days when it's hard to reach the minimum targets. Be nice to yourself and make sure that everything is achievable. And for the E, it is to expect disruptions. To be able to not get burned out from writing each and every single day or whatever your goal is, you should have some sort of fallback or safety system where you allow yourself to have catch-up days, rest days, sick days, or maybe you have a missed day rule. Don't be too hard on yourself, because you still want to have writing as something that is fun to do and you don't want to get burned out from it. The question is not, will life interrupt my writing challenge? The question is, what will I do when it does? And if you can answer all of these things, you will have a great foundation for a writing challenge that fits into your life. And an important rule that I have set for myself is never to miss anything twice. So if I miss a day of writing or a day of working out, that is fine. If I miss 2 days, then I've disrupted the streak or the habit. So I never allow myself to miss 2 days when it comes to my writing. You set up your own rules for this, but just remember that it's so hard to build a sustainable habits what we're trying to do. So try to keep up the streak. And now by the end of this video, I just wanted to finish it by answering some of the most common questions that I hear people asking when it comes to writing challenges. The first one is, how do I start a writing challenge? And it's very simple. You start with one specific outcome, one deadline, one daily or weekly action, one tracker, and one accountability method. That's it. The second question I hear a lot is, what is a good writing challenge for beginners? A beginner-friendly writing challenge that you could try right now is to write 20 minutes a day for 30 days with the goal of writing 10,000 words in 30 days. That is very low bar, very achievable, and it will create a momentum for you within your own writing. And chances are big that you will continue to write a lot more than those 10,000 words. So start small and build up to something else. How many words should I write each and every single day? This is also a very common question. And to be honest, it depends. For me, I usually write 1,000 words per hour. So when I'm writing a first draft, I will try to write at least 1,000 words per day. And there will be days I write a lot more and days I write a lot less. When it comes to NaNoWriMo, the goal each and every single day there was to write 1,667 words, which means that I will be around 50,000 words in 30 days. So here you have to backtrack and see what is your goal and what is the timeline for that goal. Do you want to write a first draft in a month or in 2 months or in half a year? You have to ask yourself that. Another question I hear is, what can I do instead of NaNoWriMo? I know that Pro Writing Aid has a challenge that is called, I think it's called Nob Nob or something like that. So that is an alternative if you really want to have a community when it comes to these writings. But there are also other competitions, other communities that you can join, work groups on Discord. So look out for those and be open if you want the community side of a writing challenge. Another common question is, how do I stay motivated? And the thing is, you can't rely on motivation alone. You never could and you never can. So this is why you need a writing habit. If you make it a habit and if you keep on showing up even on days that you're not motivated, that, my friend, is how you become a successful author in the long run. Remember that, cement that in, make that into your identity. Think about, what would a professional author do? Well, they would sit down and write whether they felt like it or not, because it's their job. And if you do this yourself, it can be your job one day too. So let me know in the comments if you are doing a writing challenge right now or if you're thinking about doing one. Thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye.